Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, August 27th, 2020. Steve Sipress here, and I am wearing today, I normally wear an ugly red Hawaiian shirt. Today, I'm wearing an ugly New York Mets style Hawaiian shirt because I am just besides myself with what the heck is going on. And it's not only just the sports world, but everything is just crazy now. Not only we have the cancer culture, now we have the whole shutdown culture. So I'm throwing it back to 6 months ago, before the world turned into a ridiculous upside down place and Trump made the biggest mistake of his lifetime and possibly any politician's lifetime and shut down the entire economy, causing more destruction, death, suffering than the virus ever could have, which will continue on for years to come, of course. But that seems to have started this whole shutdown culture. Now you got the other guy running for president making the dumbest comment I've ever heard. They're like, oh yeah, just because of some medical expert who knows nothing about and doesn't care anything about anything else, people losing their livelihoods, people getting evicted, domestic violence, child crimes, drug abuse, suicide, like, oh, I just shut down the whole thing. Like, are you out of your mind? Where did this come from? What is with this shut down the whole economy? Now you got sports. Oh, we're just with players. Oh, we're just not going to play. When did that start? When did that happen? Yeah, I'm not happy with what's going on in the general, country. Well, there's always been things going on in the country that were a mess. I don't remember back in 1968 with all the ridiculous rioting that was going on and cops using hoses on people and all kinds of violence and bombings and horrible unrest, as bad as the ridiculous somehow being allowed to continue looting and rioting crap that's going on now. It was horrible back then. I don't remember them saying, oh, players just refuse to play now, so basketball players won't play, baseball players won't play. I'm sure the football players, hockey players, who knows what's going on. But, man, whatever happened to sports as a unifying thing that transcends, once in a while there's a protest in sports and there's the guys raising their fists in the Olympics, and there's Muhammad Ali renouncing his title because he refuses to go to war. And, once in a while there's a mix, but generally sports have been kind of immune from much of the nonsense going on. In fact, they've been a cure for much of the nonsense going on in the rest of society. So what the heck? I mean, I was out, of course, on the NFL years ago with all their nonsense. Now am I just going to be out on the entire sports world? I mean, already this baseball season was a disaster before it started. 8-week season. How ridiculous is that? But with all the, no fans in the stands and players opting out, and now you got players just opting out just because they need to make a social statement about justice and social statement. And what are you? The whole thing is absolutely just crazy. I mean, whatever happened to the show must go on? Like, sports is entertainment. It's not like you just strike on your job. Your job is to be an entertainer, not to just decide on your own, like, we're not going to entertain tonight because I feel bad because there's unrest and I feel bad for somebody else who, isn't it always these guys are resisting arrest and then problems ensue? Like, every single time that happens now, not only we're used to, like, every single time there's another questionable cop shooting, there's going to be looting and rioting and wanton destruction and crime. But now we're also going to say, oh, all sports are going to cease being played, and what else is going to happen? I'm just beside me. I don't even know what to think. The whole thing is just totally ridiculous. What a ridiculous thing we have going on here in the U.S. And I know this stuff happened all over the world too, but, like, what a disaster. I mean, like, when did we, can we grow back up? When did we become, toddlers and have, fits and tantrums when anything doesn't go our way? When did that start happening? When did we start just, like, making our own rules for when we feel bad and we want to have a tantrum, like we're just going to affect everybody else and shut everything down and burn things down and destroy things and wake people up in the middle of the night and not play sports and go on strike and what? Come on, grow up. Will this society grow up, for crying out loud? Can we get some leadership? It's been about, I think this is 20 straight years with presidents that can't get Congress to do anything. How much longer is this going to continue? Yeah, in the U.S. we have a do-nothing Congress, but we have a president it's the third straight one that can't work with Congress and can't get anything done. But now we've got also, since Trump ridiculously shut down the government, well, it's up to governors and mayors to open it back up. And they hate Trump so much, if Trump says they want to open up, they won't want to open up. So they'll ruin their own cities and states to not open up. The whole thing is so ridiculous. What the heck is going on? Anyway, that'll do it for Throwback Thursday. I'd like to throw it back to the days where there wasn't crazy overreaction about everything that happens in the world. That'll do it for Throwback Thursday. I'll be back here tomorrow with business building tips on Foundation Friday. Catch you then.